This is crazy. We have an update on this massive lawsuit scandal that went down in 2024. If you don't know what happened, an organization that originally started in Destiny called G1, later they transitioned into like Halo esports and stuff like that. They took a ton of loans from Destiny 2 content creators. In fact, one of them, the most egregious offense, was from Grenader Jake. He loaned them $100,000 and they never paid him back. Him, along with countless other content creators, were scammed by G1, which is largely comprised of at least two main culprits, which is Kenny Vaccaro, a former NFL player, and Triple Wreck, someone who at one point in time was the most popular streamer and content creator in PvP for Destiny. And Grenader Jake, if you don't know him, he is basically like the GOAT of Destiny 2 trials. I think he has like 5,000 trips to the lighthouse at this point in time. This man lives inside Trials of Osiris. I myself, as well as many others of you out there watching right now, can attest to the horrors that bestow a Destiny 2 player when they load into a Trials of Osiris match. They pull up the menu to look who they're matching, and on the other side of the fire team stands Grenader Jake. But we're not here to talk about Jake's massive PvP-ness, but instead an update to this lawsuit situation. These two guys together orchestrated a bizarre scam that still to this day, people don't understand what they were doing. They've never given a response to this. They took all these loans for their companies, gambled it and lost it, and decided to just disappear from the internet. And I mean, they dipped out faster than Sony after they watched that Marathon Alpha gameplay. And while that sucked, especially for the smaller content creators that loaned them still substantial amounts, we're talking about some 20,000, 30,000 loans. Like for example, popular PvP content creator Walla here said that he was actually one of the many people that decided to give them a loan only to get scammed. And Equagan, which is a name I haven't even mentioned in years now, he came out of the woodworks and said, damn, while owing me about $34,000, at least the kids will get better at football. So EK getting scammed for a ton of money, which absolutely sucks. And it turned into quite a leaky situation when we found out that Grenader Jake was working behind the scenes with his lawyers to pursue those debts. And we'll get to that in just a moment. For Grenader Jake, it wasn't a small matter. In fact, he decided to actually sue them, and rightfully so, obviously. And not only did he sue him, he successfully won. With this post right here, he was awarded $245,000 plus interest. But just recently we got an update. Apparently Kenny has decided to crawl out of the cave wherever he's been hiding at, running away from Grenader Jake's lawyers, and now he's hosting youth tackle football camps at a rate of $400 per camper and $25 per hour of instruction. You too can hang out with scammer Kenny Vaccaro. And calling him a scammer is not defamation of any kind, because he was literally found personally liable for this fraud. Even after he pays Grenader Jake his money, which he probably never will, right? His name will be tied to the fraud he committed against him forever. Grenader Jake actually responded to the news of this, and he said, when info you're working with your lawyers behind the scenes on becomes public, with a sad emoji. So obviously Grenader Jake was trying to pursue some of this with his lawyers to make sure that all of that youth tackle football money that Kenny is raking in is given to Grenader Jake. Obviously he's owed a massive amount of money, and he's more than likely not paying his debts to Jake here, just as he hasn't paid to all the other countless content creators that he scammed. We'll see if Grenader Jake is actually able to get some money from these youth football camps, especially when he's owed $245,000. That's a ton. So why am I talking about this? This is the biggest Destiny related lawsuit that we've ever seen from within the community, or at least something that doesn't directly involve Bungie suing others, because it was a really viral situation, and it really sucked to see so many good, honest Destiny 2 content creators that went out of their way to give this person so much money just to get scammed. And everyone at the time was talking about it. At this point in time, we still have no updates from Kenny. He obviously has his whole entire Twitter page completely privated. He's not talking about anything. He's probably not on social media at all, so he won't see any of this. And as far as Triple Wreck has not been heard from or seen in absolutely years. This man is out here hiding in Osama bin Laden's cave or something. This man, you will not find this man anywhere. He's hiding worse than a full fire team of hunters, 3-peaking in trials back in Beyond Light. Their official team account did post something in 2023, so I don't think this was in regards to Grenader Jake's thing, but all it said was, you know, we're sorry. If Grenader Jake is ever paid the money he's owed, we will bring you an update video, because this situation has just been so crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this in social media, but honestly, even if Jake does get his money, I doubt the others would ever get reimbursed. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm honestly fascinated to know how these sort of legal proceedings work. What happens when you owe someone that much money? money? Like, how do they actively pursue and get their money back in situations like that? Maybe some legal experts in the comments can help me out here, because as far as I understand it right now, it would seem as though Kenny can just go on living life all the same, running his youth football camps and doing anything he wants. And the only thing he has to avoid is Twitter and this YouTube comment section. But let me know what you think about all this down below. And again, make sure you subscribe to my channel with notifications on. Smash the like button for me. See you in the next one. Later.